So I would like to share with you a tree that I have watched grow since we purchased the land in we bought it in 90, closed on it in January of 95, so been watching this tree since that spring. And actually it's more than just one tree. If you see the base right there, there were 4, now there's 2 left that are still doing okay. They're birch trees. And the story behind this tree is pretty cool. And the resilience of this tree is impressive. So you can see the root system and the void and the intricacies of how this tree survived. Now the story is there was a large pine tree that fell in this direction, this over here. You can't even see the pine tree anymore. There are other trees that fell down. But right along here was a large root ball that was stuck up in the air. And some birch seedlings or birch seeds landed in the dirt that was with all the roots from this pine tree that fell. And then they took root. And I think it's called a nurse log because the tree, I guess, nurses or gives what this other seed or other living things need to survive. And as it grew, the roots grew around and through the root ball and the big stump sticking up in the air. And then it disintegrated. And what's left is what you see. There's no remnants of the tree that fell. There's only the story, or what do I say? How do I say it? What's left is how the tree used its circumstances to find a way to survive. And it's much like my podcast that I talk about. Comprehension, that is the wrong way to say it. It's compassion without comprehension. Now you just walk up on this tree in the woods, if you don't really know anything about how trees work or grow, you'd wonder, what the heck? This is amazing. What happened? Well, there's a logical story behind it. And the interesting thing about this tree is that you're going to think it's really cool. I do, actually. I think it's amazing. It's very cool how it made a life that was not the norm. It found a way to keep growing. Now, when you see people, you don't necessarily know their stories. And so we have a tendency to judge and project and then dismiss sometimes. And I'm going to ask you to question that when you do it, and to have some compassion without understanding or without comprehending their story and why they are the way they are.